Hi creatives, Tim here. I wanted to bring you a tip today about CapCut and to show you how easy it is to use. There's a lot of talk today about AI, artificial intelligence. Some great, some not so great, and some really scary. But this simple AI feature in CapCut can actually save you quite a bit of time and money. It's the text-to-speech feature, and it works really well. A friend had made a meditation video for me a while back, and I wanted to update some of the phrases, but keep most of the others. But his voice was mixed in with the music, so I couldn't just re-record the few bits I needed and drop them in, as this would have sounded a bit dodgy. So let me show you how I did it. So, I've come into CapCut, and I need to create a new project. And that's a big button up here. Now I need to import my footage and my music file. You can click the button here and go search for it through dialog boxes, or I actually prefer just to go to the Finder. This is my vision file. I'll drag that in. It's an MP4. And this is my music file. Drag that in. Right. Now here's the original video that my friend made for me. He did the vision, the graphics, the music, and the voiceover all himself using a separate program. But now I want to change some things. So now I take my vision and I drag it down to my timeline. Drop it in, very much like Final Cut, Premiere Pro, DaVinci, and Avid, all the rest of them, very, very similar. Now, what I want to do is play this for you so you can hear.
As you repeat the following affirmations, see and feel they are already the case.
So that is the music and the voiceover mixed in, and I want to change just a couple of them, because actually these dates have changed. Okay, so here. I easily have my ideal living situation before 31 December 2023. Now that date obviously is already passed, so I want to change that date to some date in the future which is realistic to me. But I don't want to make all these titles again, and I need to create a new voice rather than have my friend record it for me. So what you want to do next is actually generate captions from the existing audio or voiceover, so that we can then use those to generate a new voiceover. So if we're on import, if we come over to captions here, and we have auto captions over here selected, then we can go down to this button that says generate, and we go generate, and CapCut goes away, thinks about it for a bit, and we eventually get to 100% captions. So it's generated the captions. You can't see them because they're pretty small, and they need to be formatted properly, and sometimes they're covered by the existing ones. But I don't need these new ones necessarily, other than the ones I'm going to change. So now we have our captions generated. I can select this one and come over to text to speech. I can now select a male.
Breathe deep and slow and relax.
Okay, not exactly what I'm looking for. I think what I'm going to go for is British male.
Breathe deep and slow and relax.
So you can audition all these different voices. There's male, there's female, there's English. And so I'm going to go with that. So now I want to start reading. So now it's generated my first voiceover. Zooming in now.
Breathe deep and slow and relax.
So now I'm just going to pull that up like that so I can see the words. Actually, I might choose a font as well. The system font is not doing it for me. Let's choose something that's a bit larger, and I'm going to select a style which maybe has a drop shadow on it so it's easier to see, just for my own. Actually, I've found drop shadow down here, so I'll just click that on. I'm actually going to use this in the ones that I want to change, so I could change them now. It will actually change them for all of them. So if I go scale, you can scale this up a bit so it's a bit bigger, and I do want a background behind it, so background, we'll go with that for now, just for demonstration purposes. So what I've also worked out is that you can affect the voiceover, the way it's read, by changing the text a little bit. So I want the voiceover a little bit slower and meditative. So I'll put a comma in here, breathe deep, comma, and slow, comma, and relax. That should slow it down a little bit. In order to regenerate that, I'm back to text-to-speech. I want to update the speech according to script, this little button here. And then I believe I have to choose British Mail again. And
Breathe deep and slow and relax.
that's auditioned it. Now if I hit start reading, it will apply it. So now I've got both of them in there.
Breathe deep and slow and relax.
Obviously, you can see it's lengthened it, put the pauses in. So I much prefer that. So I can then just delete that one. And there we go.
Breathe deep and slow and relax.
Not quite as good as my friend, who's actually a human, and a very good human, Dave. But I like it. It will do. So I can do that for all the rest of them. And then what I will do is come to the ones that are going to change, like this one.
I allow my body to weigh 65 kilograms before the 31st of December 2023.
So I will retype that one to say, let's say, when do I want to be 65 kilos? Let's say June 30, comma, 2024. Okay. I can go back and play with this formatting. But that's what I wanted to say. So now I need to select both of these. I can only select one at a time. And back to text-to-speech. Choose my British Mail.
I allow my body to waste.
I don't need to hear it again, I just need to regenerate it. And this one, and I can go text-to-speech and British Mail, start reading. And there we have.
I allow my body to weigh 65 kilograms before June 30th, 2024.
Right. So assuming I do that for all of these captions, you can actually do them all at once, I think. If I go like this, text-to-speech, British Mail, start reading. Yes, it'll do them all at once. There you go. And what I will do next is take this original recording, original soundtrack, audio in the original video. I'll pull that down, and now I go to import, where I pulled in my music file, and I want to use my own copyright-free track, which I downloaded from Motion Array, which is a great service, by the way. It has templates, video, stock footage, heaps of copyright-free music, and it's just a great resource to have. So I recommend Motion Array, motionarray.com. Here's the music. I put it some new music.
Breathe deep and slow and relax.
So the music's a bit loud. I'll pull it down a bit more so I can hear the voice, the affirmation.
Breathe deep and slow and relax.
So that's pretty good. I can finesse that later. And I would obviously do all the rest of these to complete it. And then I can take my audio music file here, bring it to the end, and then I can put a nice little fade on the audio, the music at the end as well. So if I take this little dot and it changes, the cursor changes to, I'll zoom in a bit, I can put a fade, there it is, and put a nice little fade. In fact, I'm going to shorten this vision because I don't want to advertise for Lumen 5. He made it in Lumen 5, but I think pretty safely take that off there and just fade here. So the other thing I would do is probably just take all these, the ones and I can just hit V on the keyboard, and that makes that caption inactive. Because I prefer the originals. They serve the purpose quite well. And then I'll just go back to these ones, then scoot this one, or butt it up to that one, and then drag the end out so it covers the whole thing.
65 kilograms before June 30th, 2024.
And he doesn't say kilograms, he says kilogram. So we can even change that if we want. Kilograms. Alright, and let's see if we can now, oh, there he is, updating.
I allow my body to weigh 65 kilograms before June 30th, 2024.
I do love the kilograms. That's great. But hey, you know, we can move these just a touch down here.
I allow my body to weigh 65 kilograms before June 30th, 2024.
And again, I think that music is still a touch loud. I can select it here and go up here in volume and actually just dial it down a little bit more. You get a little bit better control on these little buttons here than you do down in the timeline. So there you have it. And now at export. But that's probably a different module, but if it's actually pretty easy, just go up here to the corner. Export. You can name it here. Tim's Meditation. Then you choose a place where you want to put it. And you hit open, export. And there, it's at 100%. That has exported to the file location that I selected. This is an additional if you want to export to TikTok or YouTube. I choose not to do this right now, so I can just hit cancel or open folder. Open folder, and there it is. So just think how much time and money this would save you not having to book and pay for a voiceover artist. They can be quite expensive. And if you want to make more changes to the script, you can just generate the VO again right in CapCut. Now I've used all 4 professional edit platforms, Avid, Premiere Pro, DaVinci Resolve, and Final Cut Pro for many, many years. And I just love CapCut. It's got everything the pros do, and some things are even easier. And it's free. Can't beat that. Subscribe to my channel for more editing tips. And if you're just starting out as an editor, and especially if you've never edited before, please check out my extremely affordable editing course, 7-Day Editor. I can teach anyone how to edit in just 7 days. Follow the link in the description or just go to 7dayeditor.com. Anyway, happy editing.